So this is a video about a surveillance camera. It's powered by this, which is controlled by this, which is housed in this, which was designed on this, and it was printed on that. So now let's just rewind and we'll start from the beginning. Right, pay attention. So after fitting the Ring Doorbell 2 on the front door, I felt like I wanted a little bit more security in the back. So what I did is I went out and I bought this little security surveillance camera. It was quite cheap, I think it was about £35. It's Wi-Fi and it's a 12 volt feed. So I thought, you know, how am I going to get 12 volts out in the garden without drilling loads of holes through the wall and all that sort of stuff? Solar power, maybe that could work. It's in the back garden, there's a flat roof right above it, there's a good spot that I could put the solar panel. Maybe this could work without having to drill loads of holes in the house. So I went on eBay and for £35 I found this. It comes with a control panel, and basically what you do is you plug the solar panel into this, connects this to a battery. So I went out and bought a motorbike battery, a 12 volt motorbike battery, and then from this you also plug out an output which would be the camera. So I've got the camera, I've got the solar panel, I've got the solar controller, I've got the battery. How am I going to put all this together? So after having a good old measure up with the calipers and offering the parts up to each other, it was time to put pen to paper. Luckily, the battery and the control panel were exactly the same width, which made this a little bit easier. Once I had the first draft done, I started modelling it up on the old computer. Okay, so I'm taking a slightly different approach now. Before, I had a really complicated design and it was going to take about 24 hours to print off. So now I'm going to do it in modular sections. So first of all, I'm going to print off the battery housing, and then we'll get the connecting section which will house this bit, and then after that I'll figure out how we're going to front case the whole thing. But for now, let's print off the battery housing. Now I'm still quite new to the 3D printing world, so this doesn't look perfect, but for what I want it for, it's perfect to me. It just means I have to have a little bit more of a tidy up when it's printed. You can probably tell by the shabby hair and beard that we're still on COVID-19 lockdown, so it meant that I couldn't go out and get certain bits that I would have usually gone out to get. So I had to make my own battery connectors. Watch this. I know, I am just as impressed as you are. But hey, we need to move on, we've got more things to do. So now we've got some of the wires sorted out, we've got some of the bits printed off, so let's have a little dry fit and see what happens. In the design for the control panel, I decided to leave a little window so we could see what was going on without having to take the thing out of the case. Genius. We'll talk a bit more about that later on. Look at that. Dry fit successful. Everything works, everything charges, everything fits, everything going to plan. So now it's time to chuck up the old camera and you can stop looking at my gut. We're on lockdown and I'm a new dad, so it's okay. I needed to find a way to create a space between the solar panel and the wall, as I wanted to use that space to hide some of the cables. So I quickly designed and printed off a few spaces, and that seemed to do the trick. I actually forgot to film when I put the solar panel on the wall, but then I did remember and I started filming when I put the battery housing up. Soz. In the design, I only left 2 screw holes to hold the whole thing on the wall, and I wasn't incredibly comfortable with that, so I quickly printed off a couple of extra brackets that I designed. Now, you're probably thinking, hold on a minute, Harry, you printed off black housings, what's going on? Yeah, I thought about it, it's a solar panel, it's going to be in the sun, black, sun, overheating, so I spray painted it white. Once it was all fitted and I was happy that it was nice and secure, I chucked it all together again and it all seemed to be working absolutely lovely. So back to the little window that I left, what I did is I got a Haribo tub and I just cut a bit out of the lid and it works a treat. And you'll see there that I did actually print off a couple of lids. I left them black because I didn't have the heart to paint them white. They look too good black. Oh no. I hope that wasn't an explosion in my garden. No, must be someone else's garden.